Hi, my name's Iona and I'm a singer-songwriter.
Hi, my name is Kaylee O'Flaherty and I am an animation student.
My name is Cornelia Black and I'm a writer who specifies in poetry.
My art is very me, which sounds really stupid to say, but it is very fluctuating, very all over the place. Sometimes it's very bright colours, sometimes it's not very bright colours, sometimes the subject matter is deep.
I would describe my writing as abstract and experimental. I really enjoy surrealism in poetry, though I tend to go overboard with it sometimes, so it's nice to get edits from some writer friends who directly tell me when a poem makes no sense at all, which is very helpful. Even though my main genre is poetry, I like to write fiction too, though I feel that I don't really have the necessary patience for it, but I'd love to write more fiction in the future.
It depends. I think my solo stuff is very folky, indie inspired. I focus a lot on vocals and lyrics because that's what interests me most and it's what I think I'm best at. So I would say that, and then when I play in bands, I do try to go a bit more rockier mainstream. But I think my favorite kind of music, or my favorite kind of music I write is more slow. I write a lot. I write mainly in my bedroom, just because it's easy and my guitar's good. But I would say last year I was on a gap year and I lived in Paris and I worked as an au pair. So it was actually great because I only worked like 3-4 hours a day, and I had then like the rest of the day just to kind of walk around and sit in parks. And it was during COVID, so everything was closed. So I just sat in parks all day long for hours on end, but like in the most beautiful place in the world.
I like to get out of the house to find inspiration. Some of these places are art galleries, museums, parks, and forests. I'm a big fan of forests. I love writing in cafes too because of the atmosphere built all around me and all the noise that cafes have. It really helps me tune out thoughts that I don't want when I'm writing.
I wouldn't say I have any particular places that inspire me. I don't really go to places and go, oh my god, I need to draw right now, I have like such a good idea. I love just finding new media to consume, like books, movies, TV shows. They always have something so interesting to learn from. A lot of animated TV shows and movies have especially inspired me over the years, seeing as that is what I want to go into, animation and TV and movies.
I find inspiration everywhere, really. Do you know, all my biggest inspiration I think is women in music. Do you know, I don't think there's enough people listening to women in music, and like the classics. I'm obsessed with Joni Mitchell, I'm obsessed with Kate Bush, and I think people like Phoebe Bridgers and Lucy Dacus and Mitski are doing like incredible stuff for music like nowadays.
Music is a massive inspiration. I get a lot of ideas from just listening to music. I'm like, oh my god, peace! I have an idea, I know what I'm doing.
Movement and dance are one of the biggest influences for me. I think ballet and contemporary dance have similar tempo and like motion that I like to study my poems with too.
I'm probably going to forget these lyrics, so if you know them, please join in.
I find inspiration in media through people who follow their passion in art in all shapes and forms. I'm mostly inspired by friends who post music, photography, and writing, such as Rosa Michaela's short stories and artwork, which really inspire my writing too. I find it very difficult to stay motivated, especially if I'm on my own for long periods of time. But recently I'm realizing that talking to people, like friends and other writers, really helps. It's soothing to know that the struggle is shared.
I get really demotivated a lot, and I think, you know, there's a lot of, is this worth it? And it's not good enough or whatever. But I don't think I could not stop writing songs. I've written songs since I was a kid, so I write songs all the time. So it comes to a point where like I'm writing all these songs, I might as well just show it to people, because if I don't, then what's the point?
I think for anyone, it's really hard to find motivation as you get older. But especially with college and school, it really drains my inspiration a lot of the time. It's mostly bursts. It would be like sporadic bursts of inspiration. And sometimes that can go for like 2 weeks going, like I'm doing pieces every single day, I'm drawing every single day, I'm getting new ideas every day. Or it could be a month of me going, I don't think this is for me anymore, which is, I think, what a lot of people think in any creative field. For me, career-wise, I want to make a movie or a TV show one day. It would be the absolute dream, or to even work on something that I'm extremely proud of, that I will shout from the rooftops about. I have a lot of stories in my head and written down, and just a lot of things I think would be amazing in the medium of animation, which is why I've gone into that career field. I'm so passionate about it, and I think it's a wonderful medium for storytelling.
I would like my writing to reach very far, and I've been ambitious about it lately too. Career-wise, I'd like to publish a poetry collection and perhaps a hybrid of writing and art or photography with other artists. Getting published in translation is a big dream for me.
I would love to move to Berlin or London, and I'd love to be gigging. I'd love to record an album. I'd love to find a really good band. Like, I'd love to find musicians that are really, really incredible and know my sound and are able to work with me. I'm a terrible person for recording, unfortunately, because I find recording really stressful. But we just won Battle of the Bands with my band, so we get a recording spot for 3 songs. Well, we get a recording day, so I'll be hopefully recording 3 songs in June. I'm hoping to record 2 other songs, one kind of collaborating with someone and one on my own, in hopefully over Easter. And then the thing is then how long it takes to get produced or released then. So definitely before summer I'll have a new song out, 100%.